Welcome back to the Koi Bak'n Show. In today's episode, we're going to go over the 4 tents, the 5x5 here on my right, the 2 4x4s, and the 1 2x4. All of these tents, correction, this tent and those tents are different flowering weeks of flowers. Excuse me, got a little tongue tied. This is week 3 of flower, a late week 3, pushing week 4. As you can see, the plants are doing really good. As you can see also, bud set is definitely starting to develop right there. And it's like that all over the place back there. Last time y'all saw this tent, it had quite a few more leaves than it has today. Me and Miss Koi Bak'n got in here and defoliated the tent. And as you can see, the leaves are slowly coming back already. But we do have a lot more airflow because the bottoms are cleaned up enough. I didn't really lollipop these. I said I'm gonna leave these alone this round on a lollipop because whatever I get down there, I'm gonna use to cook or make some dab and just take the top buds as usual. But for the all the big leaves that was here up on top, we got rid of all of those, and that helped out tremendously when it came to the humidity in this tent. That brought it right down. And as you can see, the airflow is, you see the leaves are moving now, especially up under the bottom. Last week, you couldn't even see through the canopy, but this week we definitely can. And then from here on out, all I have to do is periodically come in here and take off a few leaves here and there that are black buds. Bud sites on the bottom. And also, when they're sitting stacking on top of each other like this right here, these here, I'll just come in periodically, just take this kind of stuff off. So just to keep that open up down there. But yeah, that's what this tent looks like. Again, week 3 of flower. Everything is going very smoothly. The AirCube system, that's something I haven't really talked about here lately. Again, because I'm not sponsored by them anymore, but I kind of still put that logo up on this for this video because I just pretty much continue to run the AirCube in this tent. And as you can see, the AirCube is mean. I mean, I would have to say between this tent and my 4x4 in a laundry room, these are the best 2 tents so far. With the growth, the size of the plants, I'm definitely loving it. And also, and in here you can see there's no deficiencies whatsoever. No tip burn, no red in my stems or in my leaves, just a little bit right here, but very little at all. So this tent here is on the money. Now let's go take a look at the first 4x4. Now over here in this 4x4, if you remember last week's video, we had some deficiencies going on in here, but that's all been corrected. I didn't go in here and pop off those leaves that had the deficiency sites on it, the dead spots on them, the chlorosis or whatever they call that. I just left it there so I can gauge if everything is clearing up or it was still going on. Because what I see there is pretty much the same thing I saw last week. And then the coloring in my leaves definitely all came back because I got the nutrients on point in here. These are all the Mighty Hose phenols 1 through 4, and these are going 70 days. Oh, one thing I did forget to just mention, in the other tent that we just left out of, those were the Mighty Hose were the back 2 and the front 2 were the simple jacks. But if you've been watching my videos, you know what I got going on over there. But as you can see, these here are going into these late week 7, going to week 8. These are going to go a complete 10 weeks. We ran these before in the 5x5. I took them 10 weeks. They're growing just about the same way they grew over there with less deficiencies that they did the last time. So I know to take these 70 days and we're gonna get a fantastic harvest out of this. This is definitely, I'm looking at a good pound out of this 4x4 and by letting it go to 70 days. The other tent, that 5x5, I expect a little bit more than a pound, more than a pound and a half, 2 pound ballpark with that tent there. Those plants are huge. All right, but that's just what these are looking like. It's not really much to talk about here. It's in running these in the autopot system, and I've talked about this in the past. Auto pop, I'm definitely dialing it in. One other thing I did get, and I mentioned to y'all in the past video, my address is on here, but this is the air, the domes that go inside of these pots here. I mentioned to y'all in the past videos that I bought the domes and I just hadn't put them in there. And these go in here, and I'll definitely have them in there so we can get more aeration to the root zone. But a quick look, that's what these domes look like. And they also come with the plates. See if I can get one out of here real quick. These are the plates that go on the bottom. And if you wasn't using a dome, this is just sit down there like that. But using a dome, you take this out, just pop that out the hole, and then that dome, one of these domes, two in the back, fits down in here with an air stone and air tubes, and then I'll have her air pump on the outside of the tent, or sitting down, and more likely on the outside of the tent because the air pump brings in heat, and we don't need any more heat. We're going into the spring to the summer, so we definitely don't need to introduce any more heat to the tent. But yeah, that's what these are for, and that's what we'll have on the next run in this tent here. It'll definitely help out. I've seen other growers using them, so I know it'll probably benefit to get more oxygen to the roots, and that'll definitely, bigger roots, bigger fruits. So yeah, that's what we got going over here in this 4x4. Let's go in the laundry room and look at the 4x4 and the 2x4 in there. All right, in here in the laundry room, we got the two tents, the 2x4 and the 4x4. We're gonna start over here with the 2x4. And as you can see, this is that Mighty Hoe Pheno number 6. Every week that we talk about this for the last 3 weeks or so, I've been talking about how big this plant is and how well she's doing. She's huge, definitely going to push her 70 days. I mentioned that in the last video. We're getting a little deficiencies up top with some of the leaves, but I'm not going to really worry about it. The reservoir is on point. As you can see, the little corrosives in the leaves there. But we this deep in the flower. We're going into week 8 here. So you got to expect to start seeing some deficiencies in your leaves because the plant is taking up everything it can to put all that energy into making these dynamite buds, as you can see there. They are pretty damn frosty, they're sticky, and a hell of a smell. This run here is definitely better than the run that I had the last time. The last run of this same pheno was done in the tent behind me in a 4x4, and it did very well, but it did not do this well. So let me turn around here and let's take a look at this tent here. And these are all the simple jacks. Again, they're on the same flowering schedule, the one in the tent behind us. And these are all almost to week 8. We're pushing week 8. These are only going to go 9 weeks. I might consider taking it to 10 weeks like the other ones. Depends on how the trichomes look when we get around to 9 weeks. But the last time I ran these same phenos, we went 9 weeks, and it was pretty damn good. But as you can see, no deficiencies whatsoever. Plants are doing great. Bud set is all these buds are dense. So definitely going to have a dynamite harvest out of this one here. Definitely looking at least a pound, like the other 4x4. I expect a pound or better. And this 2x4 behind me, hell, I wouldn't be surprised if I got close to a half a pound out of that one plant. But yeah, man, as you can see, we're looking good this week, going into week 8. Week 8 video for these tents here. I might just skip week 8 and go to week 9, wait till week 9 when we decide to start taking down these tents so you can see what they look like at the end in the harvest video. But I might throw one in next week. I'll take a look and see. But that's all I have for you in this week's video. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, stay baked.